Hi, welcome along to this special request broadcast because today I was asked, well, what's been your story from starting out in psychology to now? And so thank you very much for that question. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Dr. Marianne Trent and I'm a qualified clinical psychologist. And I now specialise in supporting aspiring psychologists to kind of fulfil and pursue their dreams. So it's a great question, and it is actually a question that I have answered already quite nicely within my own story of the Clinical Psychologist Collective book. And that is something that you can grab by clicking the link with this broadcast. But let me tell you briefly now what my journey has been in case you'd like a potted history. I went through what was quite a traditional route, really. So I did a psychology A level, psychology undergraduate degree, and then I kind of saved up a bit of money doing you know non-psychology work so I could go off traveling for 6 months after I graduated. And then I came home and was hotly pursuing, relevant roles. So I was doing non-relevant roles for a bit when I got back to the UK. And then I started out working for a local council as a rehabilitation assistant for people with physical disabilities. And that was a wonderful role that I did for about 2 years that taught me so much about compassion and respect and helping to support and rehabilitate people and have people live independently, and just flourish as much as they could with their either their physical disability they might have had that might have been lifelong, or it might have been an acquired disability such as a head injury, traumatic head injury. But I work with so many different people. I learned so much about mental health as well. So that was my first kind of relevant clinical psychology experience. And I also then was aware of a clin psych who was working locally and working with some of my clients. So that was my first foot in the door because I doggedly pursued her and made her give me an honorary contract. So I did that by taking annual leave from my paid role. And then I was then able to get a paid assistant role working in a forensic older adults service for a large private hospital, and that was transformational for me. Did that for about the next 16 to 18 months, I think. Met so many wonderful people who I still call friends today. And then from there, I went on to a forensic adolescent placement, a paid post at a youth prison. And then I got on to training that summer. And then I went off traveling around the world for a bit as well. So that is my potted history. And then I did my doctoral training, of course. When I qualified, there were no jobs. So I sat around and watched Homes Under the Hammer for a bit, and then got a paid NHS role working in a child and adolescent mental health service. Did that for almost 4 years, and then started working in adult services. And then I went all in self-employed in April last year. And along that journey, I started supporting aspiring psychologists with free Q&A sessions because I know how difficult it can be. And then that led to me developing the Clinical Psychologist Collective book, which also includes the stories of lots of other qualified clinical psychologists, but also educational, health, counselling, forensic, and one more, I think, academic academic psychologists too. So it's a great read for anyone that is, a psychology student or wants to be a specific type of psychology, wants to learn about other people's experience, their discipline, their determination, and get their useful tips and techniques as well. And then from that followed the Aspiring Psychologist podcast. We have just celebrated our 8,000th downloaded episode. We've got a brand new episode out today all about disappointment and how to carry on with the next application season if you are feeling disappointed or dejected. And then came the Aspiring Psychologist membership. For more information about that, check out the link. And then we've got the Aspiring Psychologist Collective book coming up soon too. And we have got lovely Melody, Dr. Melody, who's watching, who is part of the Clinical Psychologist Collective book as well. And I adore your story. So thank you for being part of my world, being part of the collective, and for watching as well, Melody. So yeah, it's a lovely book, and it will be celebrating its first birthday in September, which is just wonderful. So I hope you find this little potted history of me and my journey to becoming the person you see right now really useful. If you've got any questions, feel free to comment on replay, and I will absolutely get back to you where I can. But if you've got any questions about how you can get involved with me and my work, just click the link with this post and I will, all the answers will be revealed. Hope you have a lovely day, whatever you're doing, and I'll look forward to catching up with you very soon. Bye.